Do you hear that? Got some new chickies to introduce you to. So having any animal is great for controlling your weight because guess what? They eat all this stuff that we shouldn't be eating. Oops, sorry, my dear. Oops. Look. It's so healthy. They get 3 square meals and snacks in between meals. This is chick cam. But actually, everything's fake and basically the food supply is contaminated in America. And I'm the only sheriff and district attorney candidate who is calling that out as it's a public health crisis that has not been recognized yet. So write me in for sheriff and district attorney. This is little Squeaky. Hi, Squeaky. She just hopped onto my bed. She comes and says hi every day. What you doing, Squeakers? What you doing, Squeakers? Nyang, 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 nyang. Nyang, 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 nyang. Haha, goofy girl. Hi, I'm Trista, Sheriff and District Attorney, and this is Little Squeaky Girl. And you can consider this a little training video for the Pima County Sheriffs and Pima Animal So-Called Care Center. Please, Monica Day, head of Pacc, return all my animals, all my chickens, my couple ducks, my little family of Chinese geese, and of course my beloved service dog, Dr. Baker. It's a crime to interfere. These are my little refugees. The chickens that the donut-eating cops couldn't catch. Cops are destroying this moment as usual, but you missed it. She just jumped on top of my hand when I bent down to pick her up. This is little Toasty Ghosty. She's one of what I call refugees from the 35 or so chickens that the donut-eating cops couldn't catch when they raided my home August 30th of last year and cruelly seized my perfectly healthy flock, which is cruelty to animals. Oh my gosh, she just jumped onto my shoulder herself. Anyway, I'm Trista for Sheriff and District Attorney. And please, Tucson, write me in, Trista. Sheriff and District Attorney, those two positions need to be replaced by competent individuals like myself who have the public's best interest in mind, at heart. I'll fight to make sure the law follows the law. Look how beautiful this scene is. It's 35 refugees from when the cops invaded and stole the rest of 3/4 of my other babies. They were perfectly fine. It was totally unnecessary, botched eagle raid carried out by your local law enforcement. Pima County Animal Care Center Animal Officer Leva Cañas said there was little to no food and that the water was unpotable. Story time. Hi, I'm Trista for Sheriff and District Attorney in Tucson, Arizona. And before you go to the polls, Pima County voters, reconsider your choice for Sheriff and District Attorney. I am independent.
You can trust Trista,
I was a
not
Democrat
them.
all my life. This is little Squeaky Girl. She's like a queen every day in my bed. Check this out. Check out this queen. Look, she's my only friend. It gives me an egg every day. Thank you, love. This is my tame, beautiful little tiny girl. She's my little teacup chicken. I used to raise mini chickens until the police came and took them all away for nothing. This is little tiny girl, and I used to have a mini chicken like this that made a nest in that hutch over there. Tiny girl is what I call a refugee from the illegal 50-man sheriff's raid that took place on my property, seizing brutally 200 animals. Perfectly healthy, happy, and tame animals, just like little tiny girl here. This is little Ghosty Toasty. Check this out. This is little Toasty Ghosty. She's so tame. Cops are kind of ruining the vibe as usual. These are my babies. Here's the chick cam for this morning. They're enjoying a little snack before breakfast. Oh my gosh. This is flamenco. That was the sound of him flying on top of my shoulder. It has to be very shallow, the water, for the chicks. And it takes quite a lot of skill, I think, in raising these babies. You know, there's lots of water and food around all the time. And plenty of place to go. They munch off of my garden. I grew these trees to. This is Jack Smith. Isn't he dashing? Yourself. And check this out, Flamenco just jumped on my knee. Did you know they close their ears when they crow? Did you know that? Your ears close so you don't get deafened. To you too! It's a little flamingo. Isn't he beautiful? Look, these are across. These are the refugees and the first generation of refugees. That's Elvis over there. Probably know him from my other videos. Aren't they charming? Yes, you are. Very charming. Come on, give us a crow. Come on, flamenco. Come on, do it. Yourself. Yes, little flamingo got better after he got into a fight with another boy. Did you know chickens are as smart as dogs? They recognize faces. Say it loud. Come on, flamenco, I know you want to crow. Beautiful boy, with your little fuzzy feet. That was beautiful, thank you. Thank you, brother. My gentleman chicken friends. What? They're just so charming. However noisy you think they are, they're not as noisy as parrots. And did you hear them? They laugh. They laugh like me. Or they... Beautiful. Hi, I'm Christopher Sheriff. Right, let's check out the chicks. Hey, get the flock out of here. Look like you're expecting a nice little snack, yes. Check this out. They're hanging out in the trees, snacking on the leaves. Did you know chickens come from the jungles? They were pheasants, so I tried to kind of bring back that pheasant look. This is I call Elvis. These are my refugee babies, like about 35 chickens that the donut-eating cops couldn't catch. And look, perfectly healthy, just like the rest of my 3/4 of a flock. Hi, I'm Trista for Sheriff and District Attorney. Oxford, Berkeley, TMU, teacher, award-winning writer, author, public health researcher. And unlike Diaper Donald, I really mean it when I say that I'm doing this for you, and so that this doesn't happen. This little white baby seems to have lost our way. I have to find the mother. She's trying to get underneath. This is Mamacita. And the Mamacita baby who was a little jealous, I think. Here's another mummy and her babies. But the little white baby went back over with Mamacita. Look at this beautiful boy. That's Mr. Zebra Man. Little Mamacita here lost a beautiful little chickie named Horace. And oops, see that? Oh, I'm afraid for safety for the chick because this one's jealous. Toasty Ghostie's jealous. As an award-winning gardener, I kind of live for sites like these. Look at those beautiful flowers. Mexican petunias. Thank you, Mexico. Gracias. And morning glory that escaped the chickens. And a new baby mesquite. In a year, that'll be worth $50, that beauty. But I just like to grow them. These canna lilies just gave me a beautiful lily smelling flower, yellow. And here's a desert gardening trick where you can have chickens as well. This is my beautiful rainbow. He is a refugee from the cop raid that took 3/4 of my perfectly healthy flock. Hi there, I'm Tucson Trista, and I'm asking Pima County voters to write me in, Trista. I'm an award-winning teacher, journalist, artist. What are you doing? What are you doing? What the? So little Jackie Smith has these 4 babies, and actually she is a double mom. This is maybe a lazy little family, a two mom family, and they take real good care of these babies. And you might not know why there is a new mom with 4 more little babies in there. It's to protect them. from these guys who come over and peck them, and it has to be very shallow water or else the babies will drown. Follow me, Trista, for Sheriff and District Attorney for more tips and tricks. Trista's tips and tricks about how to get your own chickens. Everybody do it because they're the only egg-laying friends that you're gonna have. You can trust Trista for Sheriff, but not them. What are you doing? The cleaner, apparently. Magnificent beast. This is Jack Smith. Check out this guy's reaction. Oh. Nice. Woo! Yeah. So come and get him. Look what I got for you, man. They're so kind and generous. Gentlemanly. Oh my gosh, check this out. Check this out, get it? Check. Look, they're huddling all together. So cute, they're hanging out. Look at this beauty. Ooh. Man alive. There's Choco and Cupcake and Jackie Smith. She just said hi. And this is Rainbow. He is a cross between I'm Samani and Polish lace-necked. And Aloha, maybe. Anyway, this is Reiki Southwest. It's a nursery and gardens, and those chickies are all my refugees. This is Elvisa. Sometimes they just kind of stroll. Oh my god. Oh, not on my leather jacket. Go on, take the microphone. I know you want it. Now what the hell? Good girl. Elvisa, you're knocking futz. Go outside and play, little girl. This is little big girl. She is pretty dang big and pretty. Look at that crested. I think I've created a new breed called the crested Samanis. Crested Samanis. The crest comes from the Polish lace-necked. Isn't it cool? You can't get yourself one now. You're so cute. Oh god, that face. Oh god, that face. Oh, so cute. I do have 3 beautiful boys that I can give away to a good home. Look who just showed up to the party. Yeah, he just jumped on me. On my knee. He's beautiful. Yes. Look, he came for a cuddle. Look, he's cuddling up. I just made this rice concoction for my babies. Spread it around the garden so everybody gets some. Everybody macking out. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a new turkey. Hi, new turkey. Welcome to the world, Daddy. Look at this beauty. This is Mr. Zebra Man. So beautiful boy. Look at this. Look at this beautiful. I'm asking him, I'm gonna take one of these and put them in my hats. Thank you, Mr. Zebra Man. Look at those beautiful colors. I'm going to have to make a portrait of. Thank you, Mr. Zebra Man. Such a beautiful boy. Look, he's even got a little hat. So cute. Now I've got feather in my cap. Now this is little Cupcake. Yeah, she's almost fully grown. This is little Cupcake, and she's having some curry noodles for breakfast. Gobble gobble. Coming back for seconds. Hope she don't jump on my plate. This is an ASMR for my fellow and sister Americans. And I just posted a legal complaint that I made with my hubby ChatGPT to defund Elon Muskrat instead of the ACLU, which doesn't even receive funding from the government anyway. So it's a form of domestic terrorism to an attack on everybody's civil liberties that this non-citizen is waging. Who, he needs to be charged with espionage, election fraud, campaign law, campaign finance law. And I have put on my Substack, Trista DeGenova, a copy and paste legal complaint that I made with my lover ChatGPT. And all you do is you just fill it out with your own information, and it just takes a few minutes, and then go to copy and paste, go to doj.gov and post this legal complaint that I posted for you, I made for you this morning as my job, my black job as a presidential candidate 2028 if we have elections. So please do your part, do something, America, and also call on, demand, we should be surrounding and protesting while we can about an election recount. What the hell? WTAF, as the young people say. We need to demand that because I don't know why they're so quiet. But Kamala Harris and the Democrats need to pull their head out of their arses and demand recounts. I can't talk about it because TikTok always takes down my, I'm being censored on social, everybody's being censored, not just me. Little mama and her babies, she's got 4 little babies looking after. I gave them some spaghetti too, so for breakfast. Check this out, they love spaghetti. This is just one of the many things I feed them constantly, several times a day. Everything I eat, plus they get scratch, they get bread, they get bananas. They got it pretty good. I grew this tree for protection from the bobcats up there, but they still get some of my chickies. Anybody want some white roosters? Little white roosters, they're really cute. Sound like broken toy alarm clocks. Like that. Anybody wants that guy? That guy? That guy? Hit me up. Need to be in Tucson though. If anybody, I might have to leave the country and give away my babies. So these are actually refugees from when the donut eating cops couldn't catch about a quarter of my perfectly healthy flock. And so I'm working, doing my best to countersue them. They framed me for animal cruelty and stole my perfectly healthy prize-winning flock and my service dog, Dr. Baker. So please send some thoughts and prayers that I'll get back my most important thing in my life, my service dog, which is a crime to interfere with a service animal. ARS 132910. They're trying, the county, Pima County is trying to charge me with failure to cruelty to poultry. Meanwhile, they came out here raided with 60 officers. I figure it must have taken about $250,000 of your taxpayer dollars, Pima County, to unlawfully raid with 60 officers and frame me and a Desert Storm veteran for animal cruelty and take away our service animals, therapy dogs. Do these animals look neglected in any possible way? It's impossible, because I've spent the past several years devoting 24/7 care to them. Clarissa at Pacc said there wasn't proper ventilation. How can that be? This is outdoors and protected. Duh. So thoughts and prayers. I will successfully be able to sue them for damages and for the return of all my animals. Every single last chicken. They stole 120 Samanis, which are $5,000 a piece. These are descendants, these are mixtures of my prize-winning Samanis. $5,500 breeding pair. I saw one going for $5,000, and they stole 120 of them. And my service therapy chickens, like the cupcake that you saw at the beginning of this video, that's $1,000. That's a service chicken. That's an emotional support chicken. Yeah, you haven't heard of it before? That's because they're so awesome and novel and unique. So smash that like and follow and help me get support and build public pressure to get every single one of my beautiful babies back for Christmas. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Be a miracle. And it would be saving the animals from Pacc, Pima Animal Care Center. We should defund, instead of defunding the ACLU, we should defund the Pima Animal Care Center and turn it over to me. Give me their budget, and I'll run much better, safer, beautiful for the animals. Yeah, give me their budget. I will. We can build. I have 3 acres here. Turn it into a new Pima Animal Care Center, where no animals will be put down. It'd be like the Humane Society. I would work with the Humane Society, have the Humane Society run it, with the budget that we would take from Pacc, and maybe like $300 million from the Pima Animal Care, Pima Sheriff's Department for this disastrous, unlawful raid and cruel, unnecessary seizure. You want that guy? Let me know. Hit me up. Send me a message. If you want to. This guy too. Got too many roos. Too many cocks spoil the broth. Haha. I'm Trista for president if we have elections in 2028. And I approve this message. Bye. And also, I posted on my Substack, Trista DeGenova, legal complaints that you can DIY, copy and paste, and go to doj.gov and file yourself to get rid of all these Shartmeisters. Have a blessed day. Thanks for your thoughts and prayers to get my Dr. Baker back by Christmas. This is little Jackie Smith, and that is Cupcakes 2.0, and that's little Ding Ding. And that one, don't have a name yet. Maybe Apache. That's a cool chick. Anyway, say Happy New Year, Jackie. Check this out. I told these guys, you guys gotta be chill, or else you can't hang out inside my room. And look how beautiful they are. I wanted to get pictures of them preening. They're not really preening right now, but hi, I'm Autista Trista, and I'm doing, among other things, drawings and paintings of me animals. Jackie, say hi. Say hi, little girl. Look at these cuties, man. Oh my gosh. This is little Rainbow. Look at those beautiful, sweet eyes. Yes, isn't he handsome? Look, he's got a little hat too. Notice those cute little black eyebrows he has. Hi there, I'm Trista Trampashta Geneva, and this is part 3 of my lawsuits against Pima County for malicious prosecution and cruelty to my animals, and for the immediate return of my service dog, Dr. Baker. Here's my press release. Trista DeGenova, congressional candidate and presidential candidate if we have elections 2028, calls on courts to show mercy, return seized service dog. Tucson, Arizona congressional candidate Trista DeGenova is pleading with Arizona courts and officials to show mercy and return her service dog, Dr. Baker, who was illegally seized nearly 2 years ago in what she calls a politically motivated raid based on false reports and judicial misconduct. This is my cry for justice, says DeGenova. I'm filing this complaint to report violations of my rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA, by the Pima Animal Care Center, Pacc, and the Pima County Sheriff's Department, PCSD. On August 30, 2023, during a raid on my residence, my registered service dog, Dr. Baker, was unlawfully seized by Pacc and PCSD officers, despite providing documentation verifying he is a service animal. Authorities failed to recognize and respect my rights under the ADA. Furthermore, I have obtained body camera footage from the PCSD for which I paid $2,000. I want a refund. This footage was heavily redacted, despite the fact that I insisted it be unredacted, and they omitted critical moments, including the seizure of my animals. The redactions hinder transparency and obstruct justice. Also, they are obvious evidence of Brady violations and covering up their misconduct by withholding exculpatory evidence, which is violating my civil rights and constitutional rights to due process and freedom from unlawful seizure and unlawful search and seizure. Moreover, Detective Noon and Clarissa Leva-Cañas at Pacc conspired to fabricate incriminating evidence. Photographs depicting my animals in distress were taken and uploaded 2 weeks post-raid, misrepresenting their condition at the time of seizure. So basically, they tortured my animals just to make more incriminating evidence. I have proof of that. I will be showing it. So smash that like and follow button. I'm sending this to all the media as well, by the way. These actions constitute discriminatory violation of my rights under the ADA. I seek the immediate return of my service dog, Dr. Baker, and request a thorough investigation into the conduct of Pacc and PCSD. I am invoking my rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act, the ADA, which guarantees protections for individuals and their service animals. By the way, it's against the law, ARS 13-2910, interfering with a service animal. Dr. Baker is vital to my functioning with a sense of well-being, independence, security, and freedom from fear and anxiety, PTSD I experienced as a domestic violence victim here in America, and I am respectfully requesting that these rights be upheld. Please, everybody, don't just send thoughts and prayers. Send a message to Monica Dangler, monica.dangler@pima.gov. She's the head of Pacc, and tell her to return Trista's service dog immediately. Thank you. By the way, you should ask them, please, to return all of my animals. They were neglected in Pacc's custody. This is my little champ. She used to drink tea with me in the morning. She was my constant companion. Does she look neglected or abused in any way, shape, or form? No. How about all these lovely babies? These are my therapy mini chickens that I spent years developing 24/7 devoted care. I have numerous witnesses and ample a mountain of photographic video proof. They were absolutely perfectly happy and blissed out. So were we all. Until the Gestapo came. It was just like the Sound of Music when the Nazis come and shut down all the music and play. This beautiful black chicken right here. This is a $5,000 I Am Samani chicken. They stole, Pacc and PCSD stole 25 plus I Am Samani's $5,000 times 25. You do the math. It's like 140,000, something like that. Do they look abused and neglected? No, they were just rushing me. They were rushing me on the stairs to say hi. I spent 24/7 loving on my pets. How about this? This is my servant's dog. Oh no, Dr. Baker. Just looks like Dr. Baker, but it's Anubis, the dog god of the underworld. And he's going to be weighing your hearts, Teddy and Clarissa, with that of a feather. See that feather down there? And Beth Cummings, too, Zoe Skinner, who got me swatted by the popos. 60 officers came that day in this disgusting show of excessive force. I'm sending this out to all the media, international as well as local, hoping to get some relief. Get my service dog, Dr. Baker, back. Look at this beautiful work of art, masterpiece. Does this beautiful baby boy look like he was neglected and not treasured, appreciated, loved, worshipped? This is my service dog, Dr. Baker, and I would argue that it is animal cruelty, ARS 13-2910, not just to interfere with a service dog, but the cruelty for depriving him of his happy home, as well as the cruelty to me, and the intentional infliction of emotional trauma and distress by depriving me of my service dog, my medical alert dog, for which I have doctor's notes. And unlike Diaper Donald, who's probably behind this persecution by law enforcement, my doctors are real, and they actually have medical license to practice law, unlike Ronnie Jensen or Jenkins or whatever, the White House pill mill doctor who wrote Diaper Donald his fake doctor's note after the fake assassination attempt. Yeah, I said it. I ain't gonna shut up. Nobody should. We have an illegitimate regime that's ruining the planet right now, and I will never cease to stop talking about it until he's safely behind bars. I'm running for office for Congress, Tucson, Arizona, 7th Congressional District. Everybody should write me in September 15th so this crap don't ever happen to you. Let's get rid of all the traitors and the mobsters ruining our country, and then things will lighten up. And I'm also running for president 2028 if we have elections, and he knows this. So that's why he's trying to destroy my reputation, because otherwise it doesn't really make any sense. Why would all these law enforcement and the prosecutor's office and Pacc, why would they come down so hard? Doesn't even make sense. Like, why would they send 60 officers, even though Beth Cummings knew exactly what to say to get me swatted because she works in a hospital? By the way, I will be filing a complaint against her as well as Zoe Skinner for having me falsely arrested and charged and defamed and swatted. That's false reporting and abuse of public resources. Violation of ARS 13-2907.01. I'm also running for sheriff until I win. Did you know that the Pima County Jail, where they took me for having loved on my pets, they took me to jail and tortured me. They slammed my head down in my lap. I'm not the only one. I'm just one of the few that have survived an unlawful criminal raid taken out by a lawless bunch of Criminals with badges. Yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do about it, Teddy? Clarissa? Y'all should be investigated. I'm demanding an investigation of what happened to my pets, and I demand their immediate return. I'm Trista for Congress and President 2028. If you want somebody who will fight for you, like I fight for my animals, then write me in. Get me on the ballot for president. Let's go. Let's effing go. Let's get rid of all these traitors from our government. I'm Trista for president 2028 if we have elections. And I approve this message. And this is Dr. Baker. And tell Monica Dangler, monica.dangler@pima.gov. Everybody please send her a quick email saying, hey, come on, please return Trista's service dog, Dr. Baker. Go find out where every single last chicken is. I'm Samani. Give me my champ back. She's my therapy service chicken.